All right, guys, here we are back again. Hey, so 214, 215, 213, meh, 216, 213, 216. I'm still kind of thinking about. I don't feel they're extremely important, but I'm still kind of thinking about them. 217 is meh to me, and we're going to pick it up with 218, okay? 218, here we go. All right, babies. 218. Let's go. Corporal Barrett, July 13th. This is when the date of the report is. Okay. However, we are flashing back to 6 days. 6 days after the unalivings. The wolf is not caged. Yeah, University of Idaho documents from General Counsel Captain Barrett. On 11/19/2022, I emailed KN at the University of Idaho Office of General Counsel requesting a list of vehicles with parking permits on campus or vehicles that had been ticketed between August 1st, 2022 and 11/13/2022. The request was made to assist investigators to locate persons who own vehicles of interest in the ongoing unaliving investigation. On December 8, 2022, I received an email from N that contained a spreadsheet showing University of Idaho records for parking passes and parking tickets for any white Elantras, dating back to 2017. The email containing the spreadsheet was forwarded to the investigation team. Okay. On 11/30/2022, right, I emailed KN and requested the rosters for all the fraternity and sororities on campus to assist investigators in this case. Okay. Okay. On 12/8/2022, I received an email from N with spreadsheets containing the rosters for all Greek living groups for the fall 2022 semester. On December 6, 2022, N sent me an email with spreadsheets containing the individual chapter rosters for Greek organizations on the University of Idaho campus from fall of 2019 to fall of 2022. I forwarded the information to the investigation team. Aha. Okay. So perhaps at this point, I don't know yet. This document is confusing to me because I have my own little thing going on in terms of when I feel they got to Brian Koberger, okay? So I'm not quite sure about this, but at least what I'm reading here is at least they are looking into the sororities and fraternities here around this. Who was on the rosters from 2019 to 2022? Okay? At least that's how I'm reading this, right? So, on December 2nd, 2022, I received an email from KN responding to a request from the FBI that contained spreadsheets detailing the following regarding the 6 occupants of the house on 11/23/2022. Now, this is confusing, guys. I don't know which house they're talking about on 11/23/2022. So they maybe discuss that maybe the King Road house. It's not clear to me. Okay, so list one. So this is the list, right? All classes back to initial enrollment under dual credit enrollment in high school. Okay, name, class, location, instructors. List two, specific information for each class in list one. Number one, additional information not included in list class location. List three, class rosters for each class in list one. Number one, term, class descriptions, student names, ID numbers, student emails at the time, and final grades. High school. The email containing the spreadsheets was forwarded to the investigation team. On 12/1/2022, I received an email from KN responding to a request from the FBI that contained spreadsheets with data relating to card swipe lock on the University of Idaho campus. I forwarded the information to the investigation team. On December 2nd, 2022, I received an email from KN responding to a request from the FBI that contained data relating to card swipe doors on the University of Idaho campus. This information was forwarded to the investigation team. On December 6th, I received an email from MT with the FBI, who was requesting the University of Idaho pay schedule. I contacted KN, and he emailed an explanation of the pay scale, and I forwarded that to MT of the FBI. So the FBI, they're looking for card swipes on locks. They're looking for pay scales at the university. Okay? Interesting, right? Okay, now we jump ahead to December, though. This is after the wolf is caged. Now, on January 17th, 2023, I received an email from KN indicating the University of Idaho had completed downloading data from their security camera system onto a server Moscow Police Department provided. Onto a server. Okay. I relayed this information to our forensic detectives, and they were put in contact with University of Idaho staff to take possession of the server. Okay. Confusing here. Again, the way this is written is confusing to me. Does this mean the University of Idaho staff, does that mean they are meant to take possession of the server that Moscow Police Department provided? Guys, again, another document here that is confusing. It's poorly written again. Things are left out. It's not specific enough for my liking. Anyway, the FBI is requesting this information about card swipe doors, locks, pay schedules, University of Idaho pay schedules, pay scales, things like that. Yeah, before the wolf. Now, this was all before the wolf was gotten to, but all right. So that was July 13th put in. Yeah, way later, 7 months, 8 months, right? Reviewed 4 days later by Pain in My Ass. There you go. That's 218, guys. To me, again, that's another interesting one here. This is an interesting one. Yeah. Anyway, 218. Let's keep going. Not touching 219. That is the last Washington State University installment, number 15, that they provided in regards to the subpoena to Moscow. There's nothing in this installment at all that is any relevance. So I'm skipping 219, and then we're going to hit 220. 220. July 21st, 2023. Oh my God. Oh yeah. Yeah. All right. So from November 25th, 2022 to December 12th, 2022, I gathered information from other police agencies around Moscow. Like what other ones? around Moscow in reference to any 2012 to 2013 Hyundai Elantras. Once I gathered all of this information, I turned it over to the FBI, who was tasked with gathering all plate information to build up a possible suspect pool for this case. Right? Okay. So, from November 25th, 2022 to December 12th, we are looking at Hyundai Elantras, okay, to any 2012, 2013 Hyundai Elantras. Once we gathered up all that information, I turned it over to the FBI, who was tasked with gathering up all plate information to build up a possible suspect pool for this case. So, I don't know. Are we still... So again, we pass the information off to FBI. FBI comes back at some point, says, no, we're not looking for this type of Hyundai. We're looking for, Hyundais 3 years here. 2016, right? Right. Whatever. So, yeah. So, do I take this as from the 25th of November to December 12th, we're still not looking for the quote-unquote right car? Maybe we are, maybe we're not. I don't know. Interesting, though, right? We gave it all to the FBI, though, who was going to build up a possible suspect pool for this case based on the Hyundai Elantras. Okay, not white. Just says Hyundai Elantras. I don't see anything about white Hyundai Elantras in here. Just saying, okay, July 21st, way late. The wolf is caged. Now we're backpedaling a little bit. Captain Blaker reviewed 3 days later. Okay, guys, that's 220. Yeah, great. And the narrative is collection of plates related to Hyundai Elantras. Okay, there you go, 220. Right, on to 221. Let's go. All right, 221. Yeah, July 25th, 2023. Koberger PayPal OneDrive. Alrighty. July 25th, 2023. In an attempt to locate further online accounts or online service providers utilized by Brian, I began previewing the data forensically acquired from the desktop seized from the residence of Brian Koberger, located in Pullman, Washington. On this device, I located references to both PayPal and OneDrive. We know what PayPal is. Okay. Internet artifacts were located on the computer with the following URLs, referring to PayPal. Okay, nothing. OneDrive, okay, OneDrive, whatever. Okay, the OneDrive app appeared to be installed and set to auto-run on the computer. Okay, the program appeared to be installed at the following location on the computer. Great. Wonderful. Okay. The artifacts located showed OneDrive software was set to run after a reboot start of the computer, and the program appeared to be last run on November 28, 2022. Okay. All right. The URLs located seem to refer to a specific, quote, resid. OneDrive Live. Sent an email to Microsoft in an attempt to clarify if the resid was a unique identifier to the user's OneDrive account, but have not received a response at the time of this report. The OneDrive artifacts also included SharePoint links to URLs, which included references to Washington State University. Okay. Yeah, and Microsoft states SharePoint empowers teamwork with dynamic and productive teams. Oh, God, for every now, I'm not promoting fucking Microsoft SharePoint. I don't care. From my training experience, oh, God. Oh, no. I know cloud-based storage, like OneDrive, can contain files not located on local computers, hard drives, or other storage media. These files could be created entirely online or moved to the cloud storage and then deleted from the local device. Oh, God. Because of this, I am requesting a warrant to Microsoft OneDrive to identify any accounts used by Koberger and request the located data within the account be provided to assist in the investigation. This is to include all accounts linked by recovery email, cookies, Microsoft IDs, creation IPs, or phone numbers associated with these known identifiers associated with Koberger. And there's about 7-ish, maybe 7. I also know the online payment service PayPal was referenced and appears to have been utilized on the computer. I am requesting a warrant for PayPal for data related to the following account identifiers, which have been previously known to be used by Koberger between June 23rd, 2022 and December 31st, 2022. All right, whatever. He was arrested before then, but whatever. Okay, Maori, July 25th, reviewed by Payne the same day. So there you go. That is 221, OneDrive, PayPal. Sure. Okay, there you go. 221. On to 222. Let's go. Short one, but an important one, I think. Let's go. All right, what do we got in this one? 222. James Fry, July 25th, 2023. Okay, narrative. On November 28th, 2022, before the wolf is caged, KS came into the police department to speak with me. S was hesitant to talk due to being an acquaintance with A. B. S told me she did not believe B was involved with the unalivings, but stated that he always had a large sheathed knife on him. S said that S said that B had interest in her daughter and made her uncomfortable at times. S told me she believed he had been in the Marines for several years and just wanted the information passed on. July 25th, Fry, reviewed by Payne the same day. And what did they do with this tip? What did they do with it? Well, I don't know. Probably nothing. So that was reported on 11/28, before Brian was arrested. What did they do with this tip? What did they do? I don't know. Did they call this person into the police station to get a little story? What's going on? Who knows? Maybe we'll find out. I don't know. Let's see. That's 222. Keep rolling. 223. Another short one, but I feel this one's important too. Let's check it out. Now if you see St. Anne, won't you please tell her thanks? Tell me what it was not drunk. All right, 223, guys. So we have Blaker, July 26, 2023. Yeah. Evidence, DVD-R with information about past tenants from P&P in the area of King and Queen. Item 837, DVD-R with information about Hunter. I had DS, manager for P&P, reach out to me and asked if we wanted information about his past tenants and information of anyone who might own a Hyundai Elantra for the properties he manages. I told D I would accept any information he was legally and willing to provide me. I provided the Hyundai Elantra information to the FBI, as they were collecting any vehicle info and making lists of potential suspects who might have any relationship to the victims. Yeah, I was later asked to burn all information I had to a DVD and book it into property. That's interesting. Potential suspects who might have any relationship to the victims. Gee, as far as we know, there was no relationship to the victims that Brian had. So why would his Hyundai Elantra be plucked out from the FBI's bullshit here, huh? And we're using the barometer of relationship to the victims. Well, as far as we know, there was no relationship to the victims that we know yet. There may be, I don't know, but we don't know that yet. Maybe in the fucking sealed documents we'll get it. I hope. But yeah, relationship to the victims. Hyundai Elantras, right? FBI. Anyway, there you go. That's 223. Yeah. Blaker, July 26th. Reviewed the next day, the 27th, by Corporal Payne in my F&A. All right, there you go. That's 223. 224 I'm not going to go into. This is Spotify warrant. It's a little, I don't know. What do you want to call it? Yeah, so Maori, so they applied for a warrant for Spotify for Brian, okay? And the warrant, Spotify returned back with an email stating the data requested pursuant to the warrant was not available. And that was it. That was done. And then the report was done by Maori August 1st and reviewed the same day, August 1st, by Corporal Payne 2023. Yeah, Spotify warrant. 224, let's carry on. 225 I'm not covering. This is more about PayPal Koberger warrant. Yeah. Let's see. Anything in there? No. Nothing of importance. They're still PayPal warrant. They're trying to get PayPal information. From June 22nd, 2022 to December 31st, 2022. And that's all pretty much what that is. That is number 225. 226 I'm not touching. That is Apple warrant for Brian Koberger. August 1st, 2023, the warrant was applied for from account creation date, which was December of 2016, to December 30th, 2023, the day he's actually arrested, for all data associated with 2 Apple IDs. And the warrant was granted on August 1st. And then they served the warrant. And that's it. That's Payne, August 1st, reviewed by Dustin Blaker, August 3rd. That's 226. Onward to 227. Hey. Does anybody know where I can find a geologist? You fucking prick. 227, guys. Master Nature, since the hailstorm wiped out my entire wheat crop, and now Nels Olson is refusing me credit, and Ashley is packing her bags, and she said she's gonna stay with her mother in what's that town? I forget the name of the town that was by Walnut Grove there. Anyway, she's gonna stay there, and I guess she's going to try to find. She's gonna go prospecting for gold with her mother, and I don't know what to do here, man. All right, well, I'll talk. MD, it's okay. We'll get there. Right now, we're on to 227. All right. 227, like this one. Mr. Payne, August 2nd, 2023. Getting a little later in the year. Right. Oh, guys. Now, we're going to read through this straight. Okay? I will do my best. Okay. Item 839, soil sample kit. Now, I'm going to try to give every benefit of the doubt. Listen, narrative, okay? This is Payne. Wednesday, August 2nd, 2023. I responded to several locations around the Palouse River in order to collect soil samples. Okay, well, maybe not necessarily river. That's fair. These areas were identified as points of interest for soil collection from pictures and cellular data recovered from Koberger's phone. A plastic shovel with dirt wedged into several locations was recovered during the search of Koberger's white Hyundai Elantra, and these samples were taken in order to compare them to the samples of the shovel. Now, all right, guys, now this is the first time I'm reading about them finding a plastic shovel in his car and dirt. Okay, dirt. Dirt wedged into several locations was recovered during the search of Koberger's white Elantra. All right? Plastic shovel. Patches of dirt found in places in his car. First time I'm hearing about this, okay, in this document 227. All right. Let's carry on. Just keep that in mind. First time I'm hearing about this. Okay. Yeah. I responded to the following locations to collect the samples. Listen to this. And these are all on August 2nd, 2023. Okay? So there's 6 different samples that Pain in my ass decided to take. 9:30 a.m. Pardon my pronunciations here, guys. 9:30 a.m. The Kamiak Butte, right? 10:30 a.m. Colfax Park. 10:54 a.m. This is August 2nd, 2023, guys. Just saying, we're in the summer. First of all, we're in the summertime. That's we're off by a season. Yeah. So we're not taking, anyway, that's one problem, because this crime occurred in November, right? So we're in what? What are we in November? Well, what are we in? Okay. We're in a different season. First of all, different temperature. For all you people on the other side of the wall, I'm going to say this. Temperature. Okay. Yeah. Clemgard Park at 10:54 a.m. 11:33 at Walla Walla Wawa, my Schlonga Park East. That's just the east portion. Then at 11:33, somehow we waddled over to Walla Walla Wawa, my Ding Dong. It's a really long Wawa Schlong Park on the west side. I mean, I don't know how you do that unless the east and west are separated, I don't know, by a couple seconds. But and then the last sample, same day, right? 12:48. This is after lunch. This is 12:48 p.m. We had lunch. Then we did one more on Johnson Road / Stanley Road. Okay? Each sample was placed into a clean container covered with a paper filter and then later sealed with evidence tape. Well, that's nice. I placed all the samples into the original hard case with a list above the location information and sample numbers, and sealed the case with evidence tape. I later booked the hard case into Moscow Police Department evidence for it to be shipped to the FBI for analysis. It should be noted, all of the samples, except number 6, were collected from public property. I obtained verbal permission from JS, the owner of the property where sample number 6 was collected. I don't know why they blocked that out there. Oh, there it is. Number 6, but yet then we're blocking out number 6. Yeah. Weird. Other, nothing. Pain in my schlunga, my funga, August 2nd, 2023. Now we're taking soil samples. And then Captain Dustin Blaker, August 3rd. Yeah. So what are you saying to yourself here? What are you saying to yourself here? Well, first of all, guys, this is absolutely pointless again. Once again, we see we see Brett Payne doing pointless things. Pointless. This is all pointless. This is not evidence. Not evidence whatsoever. Again, the baseline's off. We're talking August, not November. We're talking temperature changes. When we're talking about soil, which is what we're talking about dirt. Changes occur. Okay. All right. I know what they're trying to do here. Well, at least I think I do. They are trying to match up, right, the dirt they found in his car with the dirt in these locations that they thought he may have been out digging shit. Right? So they're trying to compare soil in his car to these types of soil that can be found in these areas, correct? Well, here's what they fucking failed to do. And this is why there's another reason why this is totally pointless. This is not evidence. Watch this shit. Go. How many towns share the same soil type as Moscow, Idaho? In addition to Moscow, Idaho, there are several towns in both Washington and Idaho that share the Palouse soil type, a dominant soil series in the region known for its fertile soil formed from the wind-blown dust. Some of these towns include in Washington, Colfax, located near Steptoe Butte State Park. Dayton features a historic downtown with over 100 historic buildings. Ritzville sits in the heart of Washington's wheat country. Pullman, along with Colfax, Palouse, Washington, and Moscow, played a significant role in the settlement of the Palouse region. Yeah. You get the drift now? Spangle, located south of Spokane, shares the characteristic of the Palouse soil. In Idaho, Palouse, a town sharing the name of the soil series and contributing to the region's historical development alongside Moscow, and Lewiston, located along the borders of the Palouse and serving the Comus Prairie farmlands. It's important to note that the Palouse region spans parts of southeastern Washington, northeastern fucking Oregon, and northern Idaho, encompassing a broad area with similar soil characteristics. Fuck off. Again, do you understand now what their little dumbass fucking dirt search was totally pointless? They didn't search any of this. They didn't search that. And they didn't search in Oregon. All of the other areas, guys. Ridiculous. Again, this is not evidence of anything. This is them trying to play detective. They sent this shit off to the FBI, which is the FBI probably like, I don't know. But there's no way you can put a speck of dirt in Brian's fucking car and say it came from one of the locations that you think he may have stopped at with his little fucking plastic shovel. It's, again, absolutely ludicrous. This is a total waste of time. This is not evidence. A lawyer could just do the same thing I just did right now and said, did you check all these? No. Okay, goodbye. It's not evidence. Bye-bye. Yeah. Yeah, guys. So there you go. All right, guys. 228. I'm not going to show it. I'm not going to show it. It's about Brian phone calls in jail. This is August 3rd, 2023, by Vargas, just saying that some phone calls were highlighted in red, some were in green. And the calls, the calls highlighted in green were listened to by CM with Idaho State Police and are detailed in the file. Okay. I will update the document when I listen to the calls highlighted in red. Warrant for Ethan and then the two quote unquote surviving roommates. That's all that is. August 22nd, 2023. That's the date of the report. And that's about it. Let's see. And the report was done August 22nd, 2023, reviewed that same day. That's 236. Yeah. TikTok. All right. Yeah. 237 is just a OneDrive download. Yeah. August 22nd. Brett Payne. Nothing there for me. 237. 238, again, no big deal here for me. This is a OneDrive warrant return. August 23rd, 2023. Put in August 24th. All right, that's 238. 239 is just Instagram extended warrant. That was put in, the document was put in September 11, 2023. They got an updated warrant. That's about it. All right, guys, I'm going to end this segment with number 240. 240, all right? So I think we did 214, 215, 218, 220 to 223, 227, a lot of stuff in between, and then we're ending it at 240. Okay, guys? All right, I love you. I don't know if I'm going to be back on here later or not. I don't know. But if not, I hope you all have beautiful dreams, loves, lilies, lads, laws, dudes. Sugar lily, moon lily. Have beautiful dreams, guys. Hey, we're over 1,000, beautiful people here. And that's all because of you. That's all because of you. And so let's keep going, baby. We keep going. We keep growing. Yeah. All right, loves. All right. I love you all. I'll talk to you later. Okay. Bye-bye. 240. Brett Payne, September 12, 2023. Receipt of footwear analysis report. Yeah. On Tuesday, September 12, 2023, I received an email from NW, Forensic Lab Manager for the Ada County Sheriff's Office. W, the assistance was requested for the analysis of possible footwear impressions left at the scene of the unalivings, homicides. When W sent me two attached documents and advised they were her notes as well as her report pertaining to her analysis of the footwear impressions and the comparison of those impressions to various pieces of footwear collected from Koberger throughout this investigation. I downloaded both F in there. That's number 240. Hey, we'll pick it up later. I love you all, but hey, I love you all, my garden. You're the best. You're the best garden in the world. Oh, yes, you are. That's 240. Okay. August 2nd. Right. Guys, to sell in order to collect soil samples, necessarily river, was during Elantra. All right. This is the reading about plastic shovel, patches of 7. All right. That my pronunciations. The Kamiak Park. 4 a.m. We're in the summertime. We're not. Anyway, we're in on the other side. This place contained later evidence to state. Later shipped the 06 was collected out of that block. A lawyer right now and said, "Did you?" Yeah. 3 so again, it's 16. That same 230 1 return 3. Was that? Why are we? No thing hit.